Hyperpigmentation is definitely not one of the easiest skin conditions to treat. And for us as professionals, we really are constantly looking for more to treat the skin. Currently, we have available wonderful superficial chemical peels, medium depth chemical peels. Often we do a combination of microneedling, very shallow needling in the skin, with a light superficial chemical peel. There's also some mesotherapy that your doctors can do. There's laser treatments that often a doctor or more aesthetic therapist will also do. And then there's different medications and some medicated ointments that your doctor can also mix up for you. Now, normally you need to go for the hardcore stuff when obviously you have what we call dermal pigmentation. But if you have epidermal pigmentation, that often I find respond really beautifully with a superficial peel and also a combination with the microneedling. It is key though to use home care that supports your professional treatment, and often those type of home care products will have ingredients like retinol, vitamin D3 or niacinamide, vitamin C, which is our ultimate brightening ingredient, which is absolutely fantastic for pigmentation. I like to give the skin a lot of antioxidants as well, because as you've seen in one of my previous videos, the actual melanocyte absorbs free radicals. So by giving it a lot of vitamins, you actually strengthen that little cell and help him to cope with his daily, day-to-day business. And then of course there's a whole variety of different plant botanicals, like your licorice extract, you've got your arbutin, you've got your kojic acid, you've also got your lactic acid, mandelic acid. So all of those, even salicylic acid acts as a keratolytic, and it is an anti-inflammatory. So it really is wonderful to put all of those active ingredients in a blend, which you'd often find in some of those peels, but mostly in your home care as well, at a lower concentration. Sunscreen is not negotiable. When you're battling with pigment and we're treating pigmentation, a minimum SPF of 50 is what I recommend for my clients. And I also prefer to give them more a physical and chemical sunscreen mixed together versus just a chemical sunscreen. I find that could sometimes be a bit strong and actually cause the pigment to just darken because of the heat that it creates. Remember, if you do and you suffer from pigmentation, even if you're not in the sun and it's very warm, your pigment can flare up. Which is not really nice for a woman. Our hormones drives us absolutely crazy, and probably everybody around us. But at the end of the day, when we're premenstrual or when we're on our period, our body temperature will rise, and therefore your pigment will also seem to be darker. Same thing if you've not been sleeping well, you've not been eating well, you've been very stressed, all of that will affect your pigmentation. So lifestyle with treatment really goes hand in hand. And honestly, pigmentation is a lifelong journey. You're not going to necessarily get rid of it completely. It could flare up at any time. Your cells, your big melanins or melanocytes or cells making pigment are just obviously a little bit more excitable, and therefore you'll just have, this problem probably for the rest of your life. However, there's great treatments out there, wonderful professionals that you can consult. And, if you trust someone and you walk the journey with them, they will help you to make it either better or to try and get rid of it completely. But it is a long journey. It's not easy. Obviously, prevention is better than cure, but sometimes we just can't choose the genetics we get.